American soldiers in the Persian Gulf is in the news again. We told you last night that a suspect in the bombing of a U.S. barracks in Saudi Arabia last year, which killed 19 American servicemen, was going to be deported from Canada to the U.S. It is now happening. And it is a much bigger story than just this one man, because U.S. officials believe that Hani El-Sayegh may implicate Iran. Here's ABC's John McWethy.
Hani Sayegh began his journey late this afternoon from a prison cell in Canada heading to Washington, D.C.
I've broken an agreement on my client's behalf in the last few days. The agreement is under seal. I cannot talk about the case, but we'll be in court tomorrow.
Privately, U.S. officials say the agreement will allow Sayegh to plead guilty to one relatively minor charge, providing surveillance of American facilities for terrorist operations that never got off the ground. In exchange, the FBI is hoping for new details about the Khobar Towers bombing. They believe Sayegh, a Saudi citizen, drove the lookout car. Sayegh represents a first opportunity for the FBI to actually talk to someone believed to be involved in the bombing. The Saudis have refused the FBI any access to suspects in their country. Sayegh was not a leader, but officials say he can tell them about his alleged training in Syria and Lebanon, and most important, can establish a connection to Iran, where he spent years. Though Sayegh has denied involvement in the bombing, when faced with evidence that implicates him and the alternative of being sent to Saudi Arabia, where he could be beheaded, officials assume he will cooperate as promised. In private, U.S. officials say they now have little doubt that Iran recruited and trained the Saudi dissidents who blew up Khobar Towers. The hope is that Hani Sayegh will help the U.S. make a case that someday could stand up in court. John McWethy, ABC News, the Pentagon.
Defense Secretary Cohen had Iran on his mind today. He was in the Persian Gulf and said he was very concerned about reports that Iran has been testing a new cruise missile.